Good afternoon. Most Venerable Nayaka Theras, Venerable Mahasangha, distinguished guest, and friends. Today, we have arranged this special blessing ceremony as an inauguration of the Centenary celebration of the London Buddhist Vihara. It was started in 1926. Next year it is going to be 100 years. So we are preparing for that. We need a lot of blessings. So that is why we invite a lot of monks to attend this religious service and give blessings for the London Buddhist Vihara. Because all the monks who are here so much connected with the London Buddhist Vihara for many years. So that is why our leader, Most Venerable Bogata Silavila Nayaka Thero, head of the London Buddhist Vihara, wanted to have this blessing ceremony today with your present, and we all need blessings from the venerable monks and all the dayakas in this moment. So we start our ceremony. First we are going to have some blessings, that is we call the reciting of Jayamangala Gatha by the LBB Dhamma School children. Dunwara, Ryan, Seya, Nimeda, and Kiara and Dhamma. These are the children who are doing this Jayamangala Gatha today.
Mabinim meta sayudantam girimekalam udita gora sasena maram Dhanati Dhamma Vidina Jitava Munindo Tam Tejasa Bhavatu Te Gorampana Visudanta Vidina Jitava Munindo Tam Tejasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani Nala Kirim Ngajavaram Atimata Bhutam Davagi Chakka Masaniva Sudaru Nantam Metam Museka Vidina Jitava Munindo Tam Tejasa Bhavatu Te Jaya Mangalani
Q Dunwara, Ryan, Seya, Nimeda, Kara and Dhamma. Whenever we start new thing, always we chant this Mangala Sutta, Jaya Mangala Gatha. In order to get blessing, we take those stanzas explain the qualities of the Buddha. So it is that is why we have organized that Jaya Mangala Gatha. So it is a blessings for all of us. And now I would like to invite with respectfully Most Venerable Bogada Sila Vimalanayaka Thero, head of the London Buddhist Vihara, to deliver this welcome address.
It is with profound joy and heartfelt gratitude that I welcome each and every one of you to this momentous occasion. Looking around today, I am truly moved. In the past decade, Vihara has not witnessed such a distinguished and diverse gathering. This is indeed a historic day for us. We are here to celebrate the Vesak, the sacred day that marks the birth, enlightenment, and parinibbana of the Buddha. At the same time, we are also marking the commencement of the centenary year of our beloved Vihara, a milestone filled with deep meaning and lasting legacy. The Vihara started a great Sri Lankan philanthropist, Anagarika Dharmapala, in 1926. From this Buddha Day to the Buddha Day next year, we organize many activities to mark this centenary year. I am especially honored by the presence of more than 20 venerable monks representing various traditions and communities. Their presence brings immense spiritual strength and unity to this event. In preparation for this, I visited my respected Kalyana Mitra, Lompo Sumedo, the esteemed founder of Amaravati Monastery. Representing Forest Sangha tradition, with his blessings, a group of 5 monks led by Ajahn Dhammanando and accompanied by our friend Vinit Tero and other monks have traveled here to be with us. Venerable Bhantes, I warmly welcome you. Similarly, I had the honor of visiting Venerable Mahalawu, the abbot of Buddha Padipa temple. In response to my invitation representing Thai tradition, 5 monks have joined us today. Venerable Bhantes, I thank you and offer my warmest welcome. Our long-standing friend Professor Sato of Three Wheels Temple, representing the Shin Japan tradition, has come and accompanied by 3 brother monks. Welcome and thank you for gracing our celebration. Last year, I had the privilege of making a memorable journey to China. Thanks to effort of Dr. Kuan, a dear friend of Sri Lanka and also now a close friend of mine. I'm delighted that he and his group of supporters from his temple are with us today. You are most warmly welcome. Venerable Nagase from Peace Pagoda in Battersea Park of Nippon Sen Buddhist tradition, Buddhist organization in Japan. Very welcome, Venerable. From Sri Saddhatis Vihara, Venerable Kalaya Dhammadasi Thero here with us, and also Venerable Great Britain Mahakassapa Thera, a monk who has spent most of his spiritual life in Sri Lanka and is a great friend of both our country and our Vihara. Venerable, I am deeply honored by your presence. I would like to express my sincere appreciation to His Excellency, the Vikram Dorai Swami, who kindly accepted my invitation. He is not only a diplomat, but also personally he is a friend of mine. Your presence here, Excellency, is immensely significant to me and to our entire community. India or Bharata is a sacred land of the Buddha. And your participation brings great honor to this celebration. Your presence is an honor not only to me, but also it is an honor to this place and whole Buddhist community in the UK. I am grateful to you, sir, for gracing here today. We are also blessed by the presence of representative from Myanmar High Commission. Over the years, several former High Commissioners have visited this Vihara, strengthening the ties between our communities. Today, in response to our invitation, we are honored to welcome Mr. Win Siatom, Charge d'Affaires, along with his team. We deeply appreciate your presence at this event. It brings great strength to our shared bond through Buddhism and reinforces the spiritual and cultural connections between our nations. Our connection with Thailand is very close. As it is a Buddhist country, Buddhism is deeply rooted in the soil of Thailand and in Asia, and it has a very rich Buddhist culture. According to our invitation defense advisor, Captain Prob Chan Chom, and his spouse from the Royal Thai Embassy, we are truly grateful for your presence. As we all know, when we speak the birth of the Buddha, we cannot do so without mentioning Nepal. Every year on Vesak Day, we Buddhists around the world remember and honor this sacred connection. the world-renowned Lumbini, the birthplace of the Buddha, is known even to little children and held in the highest respect. In recognition of the deep and historic bond, we extend an invitation to the High Commission of Nepal. Today, His Excellency Mr. Bipin Dwandi has come. I'm grateful for you for attending this memorable occasion. Her Excellency Manori Malikarachi, the Acting High Commissioner of Sri Lanka, is here with her spouse Nadika Guruge. Nadika has not come. Oh, sorry. Okay, she has come alone. Her Excellency and her team have played a significant role in this event. Due to your unwavering support, this event has become even more meaningful and memorable. We extend our heartfelt thanks for your continued support and warm welcome to you all here. I would also like to warm welcome Dr. Desmond Bidal, Chairman of the Buddhist Society, a close friend and long-time supporter of our Vihara. The society has stood with us from beginning, and we are grateful for this enduring partnership. To all our Dayakas, friends, and who have attended this distinguished guest, for joining today with my utmost gratitude for coming and joining with us. You all are very welcome. May the spirit of Vesak bring peace, compassion, and unity into our hearts and communities. Once again, welcome you all. Thank you very much.
Now, on behalf of the Most Venerable Nayak Thero, I would like to invite our venerables to light a lamp. It is a tradition to light a lamp to dispel the darkness. So according to that, we have arranged these lamps. I would like to invite the venerable monks representing different viharas and the different traditions to one venerable to come down and light a candle, please. We would like to invite His Excellency the High Commissioner of India and Her Excellency the Acting High Commissioner of Sri Lanka, and also the representative of Myanmar Embassy and Thailand Embassy and Nepal Embassy. Please light lamp. Mr. Andy Slaughter, MP for Hammersmith and Shepherd Bush. You have already done. Oh, thank you. Yeah. And also our Dr. Biddles, the President of the Buddhist Society is here. So, thank you. Now, according to our program, we have received a message from the Anagarika Dharmapal Trust. The chairman of the trust, Mr. Sudhammika Hevavitarna, has sent a message to the London Buddhist Vihara because the London Anagarika Dharmapal Trust is the owner of this building, and also they are the one who established the London Buddhist Vihara. They are the custodian of the London Buddhist Vihara. According to that, they have sent a message. I will read it out on behalf of the members and also on behalf of the head monk. Vesak message from the Anagarika Dharmapal Trust. Venerable Mahasangha, Dayak supporters, friends of the London Buddhist Vihara and distinguished guests. The Anagarika Dharmapal Trust, created by the Anagarika Dharmapala to carry forward his lifetime's vision and mission, is honored to send its greeting to all of you on the occasion of Vesak, the holiest of holy months in the Buddhist calendar. This Vesak full moon month is celebrated all over the Buddhist world and wherever Buddhists live, to commemorate the birth, enlightenment, parinibbana of the Siddhartha Gautama. The Buddha, whose doctrine of the middle path inspired humanity almost 2,560 years ago and continue to do so ever since. Almost 100 years ago, the Anagarika Dharmapala decided to carry this message beyond the vast continent of Asia, where it was firmly entrenched. He addressed the World Buddhist World Parliament of Religions in Chicago, USA in 1891, with his oration titled The World's Debt to Buddhism. In 1926, the Anagarika Dharmapala arrived in London then the epicenter of the British Empire, and formed the British Mahabodhi Society with its objects being, in his own words, quote, I quote, the extension of the knowledge of the tenets of the Buddhism, the establishment of a vihara in London, and the promotion of the cause of Buddhism in the West, unquote. Those objects were fulfilled that same year, and the London Buddhist Vihara was established largely with the funds from the Hawaiian benefactor Mary Foster Robinson as a place of worship and a center for the dissemination of the Dhamma. We are very happy that the British Mahabodhi Society has been reinvented and works together with the Vihara monks in conveying the teachings of the Buddha to the peoples of the United Kingdom. We are also happy to note that a framed photograph is unveiled today at the Vihara, portraying the resolution moved as a United Nations General Assembly by a former Sri Lankan Foreign Minister, Mr. Lakshman Kadiragamar, a born Christian, which was adopted in 1999, recognizing internationally the Day of Vesak, acknowledging the contribution Buddhism has made for over 2.5 millennium and continues to contribute to the spirituality of mankind. Many non-Buddhist countries co-sponsored this resolution: India, Bangladesh, Chile, Cyprus, Greece, Canada, Iceland, Indonesia, Ireland, Lesotho, Maldives, Mongolia, Nepal, Nicaragua, Norway, Pakistan, Philippines, Portugal, South Korea, Russia, Seychelles, Slovakia, Spain, Suriname, Turkey, Ukraine, the United States of America, along with Bhutan, Cambodia, Laos, and Thailand. The United Nations Secretary General's Vesak Day message this year is, I quote, the Buddha's teaching of compassion, tolerance, and selfless service resonate deeply with the value of the United Nations. In an era of the profound global challenges, these timeless principles must guide our shared path forward. As we honor this sacred occasion, may we be inspired to bridge divides, foster solidarity, and work together towards a more peaceful, sustainable, and harmonious world. We too echo these sentiments. As today is also a beginning of the celebration to mark the centenary year of the great Buddhist Vihara, the Anagarika Dharmapal Trust sends its good wishes to the Mahasangha and all those individuals who will be responsible for commemorating this historic occasion in 2026. May the blessings of the Triple Gem be with you all. May all beings be happy. Sudammika Heva Vitarana, Chairman Anagarika Dharmapal Trust, Colombo, Sri Lanka. Now we are going to proceed to the blessing ceremony according to this program. We are going to have chanting of sutras from different temples. I would like to invite venerables from the Amaravati Buddhist Monastery, led by Acharya Dhammananda and with other venerable monks, to do this chanting. That is the Karaniya Sutta. They are going to chant. Let us join for the chanting.
Sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
This is what should be done.
My one who is skilled in goodness and who knows the path of peace, let them be able and upright, straightforward and gentle in speech, humble and not conceited, contented and easily satisfied, unburdened with duties, and frugal in their ways, peaceful and calm and wise and skillful, not proud and demanding in nature. Let them not do the slightest thing that the wise would later reprove, wishing in gladness and in safety. May all beings be at ease, whatever living beings there may be, whether they are weak or strong, omitting none, the great or the mighty, medium or small, the seen and the unseen, those living near and far away, those born and to be born. May all beings be at ease, let none deceive another, or despise any being in any state. Let none through anger or ill will wish harm upon another, even as a mother protects with her life her child, her only child. So with a boundless heart should one cherish all living beings, radiating kindness over the entire world, spreading upwards to the skies and downwards to the depths, outwards and unbounded, free from hatred and ill will, whether standing or walking, seated or lying down, free from drowsiness. One should sustain this recollection. This is said to be the sublime abiding, by not holding to fixed views, the pure-hearted one, having clarity of vision, freed from all sense desires, is not born again into this world.
Thank you, most venerable Achan Dhammananda and venerable monks, for doing beautiful chanting. Now I would like to invite most venerable Dr. Paramahalao Parnasi, the head abbot of the Buddhist temple, and also the other venerable monks to chant for the blessings for the London Buddhist Vihara, and I think they are doing the Mangala Sutta.
Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho avijja charana sampanno สุขโตโลกวิทูอนุตตรปุริสธรรมสารทิสัทธาเทวมนุสานังพุทโธภควาติสวากขาโตภควตาธัมโมสันทิติโกอากาลิโกเอหิปัสสิโกโอปัญญิโกปัจจัตตังเวทิตาโพวินโยเยติสุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆอุชุปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆยายปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆสามีจิปฏิปันโนภควโตสาวกสังโฆยะทิทังจัตตาริปุริสายุคานิอัตถปุริสปุคลาเอสะภควโตสาวกสังโฆอาหุนายโยปาหุนายโยทักขินายโยอัญชลิกรณิโยอนุตตรังบุญญาเขตังโลทัสสาติพหูเทวามนุสสาจะมังคลานิอจินตยุงอากังขมานาโสธานังโปรหิมังคลมุตตมังอเสวนาจะพาลานังปันติตานันจะเสวนาปูชาจะปูชนียานังเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังปฏิรูปเทสวาโสจะปุเพจะกตปุญญาตาอัตตสัมมาปณิติจะเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังพาหุสัจจันจะเสปัญจวินโยจะสุสิกขิโตสุภาสิตาจะยาวาจาเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังมาตาปิตุปัฏฐานังปุตตธาราสสังฆโหอนาคุลาจะกัมมันตาเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังทานันจะธรรมจริยาจะยาตกานันจะสังฆโหอนาวาจานิกัมมานิเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังอารติวิรติปาปามัจจปานาจะสัญญโมอัปปมาโทจะธรรมเมสุเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังคารโวจะนิวาโตจะสันตุติจะกตัญญูตากาเลนะธรรมาสวนังเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังขันติจะโสวจะสตาสมนานันจะทัสสนังกาเลนะธรรมสากัจฉาเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังตโปจะพรหมจริยัญจะอริยสัจจานัทสสนังนิพพานสัจจิกิริยาจะเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังโพธาสโลกธรรมเมหิจิตตังยาสนกัมปฏิอโศกังวิรชังเทมังเอตัมมังคลมุตตมังเอตาดิสาดิกตวานาสาพาธรรมปราชิตาสาพาตโสทิงการชันติตันเตสังมังคลมุตตมันติ
Now, as I said earlier, that according to flag unveiling, it is a flag we made in order to remember the giving, accepting by UNO as a holiday for the Vesak. So they have accepted it, and it was presented by our former foreign minister, Mr. Lakshman Kadiragama. According to that, then we have made a special flag to remember that event. It will be open, unveiled by His Excellency Mr. Vikrama Duraiswamy, the Excellency, the High Commissioner of India. We would like to invite him to do that. Now we have message from Her Excellency Mrs. Manori Mallikarachi, the acting High Commissioner of Sri Lanka. I would like to invite you to deliver your speech, please.
Most Venerable Bogada Sila Vimala Nayaka Thero and members of Mahasangha representing different temples around London, Your Excellencies, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished members of the London Buddhist Vihara, ladies and gentlemen, my dear devotees. It is a privilege to join you today in marking Buddha Day, the sacred occasion of Vesak, which commemorates the birth, enlightenment, and parinirvana of Gautam Buddha. The most reverend day is in the Buddhist calendar. We gather to honor the enlightened one and to reflect deeply on the meaning of his teachings in our lives and the world around us. Our gathering here at the London Buddhist Vihara has a profound resonance. Founded in 1926 by Buddhist revivalist and philanthropist Anagarika Dharmapala, the Vihara holds the distinction of being the first Buddhist monastery outside Asia. For nearly a century, it has served as a beacon of Theravada Buddhism in the West, sustained by dedicated Sri Lankan bhikkhus who have shared the Dhamma with clarity, compassion, and intellect. The Vihara is a living testament to the global journey of Buddha's teaching. And that journey would not have been possible without the groundwork laid during the Buddhist in revival of then Ceylon, when Buddhism, though under pressure, saw a powerful resurgence. In the late 19th and 20th centuries, historical collaboration between the Buddhist leaders and Theosophical Society, particularly Colonel Henry Steele Olcott, led to the establishment of schools that still shape Sri Lanka's education today by establishing main schools such as Ananda College, Nalanda College, Vishaka Vidyalaya, Dharmaraja College, and Mahinda College, among others, for all communities of the country. These institutions were guided by Buddhist values and committed to holistic education. They became citadel of learning, nurturing not only the academic excellence, but also deep reverence for Dhamma. Under British rule, Buddhists in Sri Lanka did not wither. It adapted, organized, and flourished, becoming a pillar of cultural and national identity that would later inspire our independence movement and democratic governance. This legacy of Sri Lanka's Buddhist leadership was once again demonstrated on the international stage in 1999, when Sri Lanka spearheaded the successful adoption of United Nations General Assembly 54/115, which recognized Vesak as the International Observance Day. The resolution proposed by the late Honorable Lakshman Kadaragama, the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Sri Lanka, and co-sponsored by over 30 nations, was adopted unanimously, a reflection of the global esteem in which the Buddha's teachings are held. The resolution acknowledged the contribution that Buddhism, one of the oldest religions in the world, has made for over 2.5 millennia and continues to make to the spirituality of humanity. Since then, Vesak has been marked across the world, including UN headquarters in New York and Geneva, by Buddhist and non-Buddhist nations alike, as a time to reflect on compassion, independence, and peace. This year, the global tradition convened and continued. The United Nations Day of Vesak 2025 was held in Vietnam from 4 to 6 June under the patronage of President of Vietnam. Sri Lanka was deeply honored that His Excellency President Anurakumara Dissanayake was invited to attend as chief guest, reaffirming our nation's historical, spiritual, and diplomatic role in promoting the teaching of the Lord Buddha in the world stage. In his keynote address in the ceremony, President Dissanayake reminded the international community of Buddhism's timeless relevance, and I would like to conclude my speech by quoting His Excellency the President of Sri Lanka. I quote, "As followers of the Buddha's Dhamma, we strive for a world free from the fires of war, a world filled with peace, love, and compassion. I call upon all members to embrace the teaching of the Lord Buddha and Buddhist philosophy, fostering peace, development, and mutual respect among all nations and peoples. May the blessing of the Triple Gem be with each and every one of you. Thank you."
Now we will continue again for some chanting. We'd like to invite the abbot of Three Wheels Temple, Professor Kamio Sato, and his venerable monks to recite the Gatha by Dharmakara Bodhisattva.
名並びなし
Sato and also the venerable monks. We have a Venata chanting from Kyun Lien Buddhist temple, the Chinese tradition led by Venerable Guan Kuan. And he is chanting on Heart Sutra. Venerable Sir, this is your time now.
The Dharma. To the side. Guisha.
心经观自在菩萨行深般若波罗蜜多时，照见五蕴皆空，度一切苦厄，舍利子，色不异空，空不异色， 即是空，空即是色，受想行识亦复如是，舍利子是法空相，不生不灭，不垢不净，不增不减，是故空中无色无受想行识无言舍身亦无色声香味触法无眼界，乃至无意识界，无无明亦无无明尽，乃至无老死亦无老死，故即灭道无智亦无得亦无所得，故菩提萨埵依般若波罗蜜多，故心无挂碍，无挂碍故无有远离颠倒梦想，究竟涅槃三世诸佛依般若波罗蜜多的多罗三藐三菩提，故知般若波罗蜜多是大乘咒，是大明咒，是无上咒，是无等等咒，能除一切苦真。即故说般若波罗蜜多咒，即说咒曰：揭揭谛波罗揭谛波罗僧揭谛菩提萨婆。起立，然后问讯。下去。
Thank you, Venerables. Beautiful chanting of Heart Sutta. Now we would move to another chanting, that is Lotus Sutra, chapter 16, by Abbot of London, Peace Pagoda, led by Venerable Nagase. That's Japanese tradition. This is time for your chanting, Venerable Nagase.
教南無妙法蓮華経南無妙法蓮華経。
Thank you, most venerable Nagasi. The London Buddhist Vihara and the Buddhist Society has so much connection. For many years we are connected with in different ways. So always Buddhist Society with us. Whenever we have any ceremony or anything, they always support us, and also they also invite the London Buddhist Vihara for their activities. Today, Dr. Desmond Biddulph, the President of the Buddhist Society, is here. I would like to invite him to deliver a message, please. Thank you.
Venerable Sila Vimala, my dear friend, members of the Sangha, distinguished guests, Your Excellencies, and friends in the Dharma. It's my great privilege to be able to say just a few words on this very auspicious occasion. It's 100 years since the Vihara began. That's really an enormous achievement, and that spanned the Second World War. A lot of people, I'm just going to briefly mention a few of the people involved in the Buddhist Vihara, people who should be remembered. Of course, many of you already know all about Dhammapala and Mary Foster and so on. But these people were extraordinarily important. But just to get back, today is a really important day. We celebrated our 100th anniversary last year. And in a way, there have been a lot of things that have come together for both this Vihara and also for the Buddhist Society to actually allow it to develop and come together. A lot of it was things that were going on in Europe during the 17th and 18th century. I'm taking us back a little bit. But there are causes and conditions that make big changes. And I do think the arrival of the Dharma in Europe is very, very significant. I had a very good friend who was a scholar, and he called it the Buddhist enlightenment of Europe. The second enlightenment, that the Buddha Dharma would slowly, through just osmosis, move through Europe, through the academic institutions, through people practicing and so on. And it would have an enormous transformative effect on the European consciousness. I mean, most of it is there already anyway. It's all there. We have everything we need to be happy, but we don't have necessarily the kind of essential things that we need to put it into practice, to be able to practice and change who we are. I mean, the world at the moment is in an appalling state, isn't it? I mean, it's bad. It's probably always been bad, but it's very significant now because we have the newspapers and we have, our phones. We can see it all. Television is just appalling. Several of my patients, they say they wake up and they hear the news and they feel they want to go straight back to bed. You can't really blame them. So I say, don't listen to the news. Just don't listen to it. It's so awful. Well, just to go back a little bit, Anagarika Dhammapala was an extraordinary man. There's probably a painting of him here somewhere, bound to be. But anyway, there he is, yes. He was a wonderful person. And he made a friendship with the people from the Theosophical Society. Been brought up in Sri Lanka, and like all privileged children, he'd gone to a Christian school. We had a very good Western education. Better? Yeah. Wave if you can't hear me, please. He had a very good Western education. In fact, he was a very keen student of Christianity. He knew at least 2 or 3 chapters of the Old Testament off by heart. He wasn't a kind of radical firebrand, that people sort of make him out to be. But what he was aware of was that his mother was Buddhist. What he was aware of was the injustice that was going on under a colonial regime. In particular, the way in which religion was being forced down the throats of the Sri Lankans. And he decided, along with the help of members of the Theosophical Society, to try and do something about this. And he did. He made friends with them, he got very friendly with Olcott. And he and Olcott traveled all over Sri Lanka, teaching the Buddha Dharma, founding schools and all sorts of institutions for the development of young Sri Lankans. And he formed part of, really, which was the Buddhist revival of Sri Lanka. But it does show what, one person can do. He wasn't alone in that. There was a huge amount of support for him. But it was through his actions that ultimately, when it came in 1947 that Sri Lanka became free of the yoke of colonialism and so on, that Buddhism became the kind of, it was given the preferential respect, as of all the religions, all equal, of course, equal inter pares and so on in Sri Lanka. And it's wonderful to see, if you go to Sri Lanka, to see the faith being practiced, a revival of Buddhism. And it's come here, and it's been here since 1926, and many, many people have been inspired by it. But it's not just the inspiration that the Buddha Dharma gives them. It's not just the insight into their own religion, which is very important, but it's also the transforming effect that the Dharma has on people. Our society is riddled by a number of pretty serious problems, the main one probably being avarice. You see one half of the world which is very comfortably off, and the other half of the world lives in abject and miserable poverty. That's a disgrace, isn't it, really? It's absolutely appalling. But, it gives one a chance to not just observe these things outside, but actually to recognize one's own greed inside. That's the important thing. And that's the first teaching of the Buddha, really. There is a cause of suffering, and it's one's own greed. And you may be told that, but you only have to sit still for a few minutes, and you will become aware of it. Become aware of it as a dynamic force inside yourself, and it can be dealt with. It is possible to have a society which is more equal, which is more sharing, which is more generous. But it all starts with the individual. That's the really crucial thing. Anyway, Dharmapala, who was instrumental in founding the Buddhist Vihara, he became well known in all the continents of the world. He was the first Buddhist teacher who went to Europe, went to America, went to Australia, went to Japan, and everywhere he went, he was more or less mobbed. It started in 1893 when he went to the Parliament of Religions in Chicago and gave a talk along with other very distinguished people. And that was a kind of formation, the beginning of people the Parliament of Religions in 1893 was actually set up to show all the lesser known countries what a brilliant and wonderful religion Christianity was. But actually it had a sort of reverse effect. And people suddenly started to get interested in other religions, in particularly Dharmic faiths. And that was the first seed of it. And the meeting between Mary Foster, which allowed this place to actually exist, took place on board ship. Mary Foster was a descendant of a princess in Honolulu and was very rich, but she was on board ship and suffering from a feeling of great sadness because her husband had died quite young, and also the fact that her very good friend had been imprisoned by some American soldiers, and this sense of injustice was tormenting her terribly. But that, and then she met Dharmapala on the ship, and he said, "Well, look, these are very powerful and important feelings." He himself had suffered from a sense of injustice throughout his early years. He said something can be done about it. And he gave her some simple practices to do, which made her feel a lot better, a lot more comfortable. We all know that suffering is universal, and she was able to accept the loss of her husband, but then she gave a lot of money to the Buddhist cause. And that helped the re-establishment of the Mahabodhi, well, the establishment of the Mahabodhi Society, but also Bodh Gaya, the site of where the Buddha was enlightened. It was really her financing of that contributed to it. But was it just what he said, what Dharmapala just happened to say something on board ship? No. It was something about him and his presence, that made her feel drawn to him and actually caused that change of heart within herself and gave her confidence in him. He was quite a bit younger than she was, but it enabled her then to become a Buddhist and to contribute. And she gave everything away, more or less, to the end of her life, but including a great deal of money to the Vihara. And thank you, Mary Foster, for what you've done. And thank you, Dharmapala, what you've done too. But it's an individual thing. It goes from person to person. It's not something that just strikes the mind. I mean, when Mary Foster, had contact with Dharmapala, something was communicated, and the practice communicates to other people. You don't need to proselytize, and the Buddha was against proselytization, very much against it. He said, practice it, if it works, use it. And it is my hope in the next 100 years, if one can have a hope like that many of the dharmic practices will take root in schools, for young people, to see if they can, to practice a little bit, and to see if they can understand the nature of restraint. Not massive restraint, but enough restraint to feel calm inside. I work in the field of mental health. And there's very few things that can't be cured in mental health. And getting rid of anxiety and one's own unrestrained behavior. Those two things, they're absolutely intimately connected. Because when we're anxious, we start to try and get away from that uncomfortable feeling. We want to grab something outside to make ourselves feel better. And our society tells us, go out there and get it. Feel hungry, have a hamburger. If you feel restless, do this or do that. Turn on the TV. No, that's not, well, it's a momentary solution, just like that. Doesn't really change what's going on inside. And the Dharma can do that for us. It doesn't require an enormous amount to do it either. Restraint actually is natural to human beings. Anyway, I don't want to go on too much, but Mary Foster, thank you. Dharmapala, thank you very, very much. Sangha, thank you too. Because without the Sangha and without the support of the Sangha, it's very difficult to practice on one's own. We need the support. So, going forward, it's going to be a great 100 years from now. We're going to see more Dharma, more Buddhism, more practice. So thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Desmond Biddle, President of the Buddhist Society, for your enlightened speech regarding the Mary Foster and the Dharmapala. Now I would like to invite Most Venerable Sila Vimalanayaka Thero, head of the London Buddhist Vihara, resident monks, and also the other monks representing the Sri Lankan Theravada tradition. They are going to chant some Buddhist sutras. It is a blessing sutta, so they will do this chanting now.
Sabbapaninam Puretva Parami Sabbapato Sambodhi Muttamang Etena Satcha Vajjena Hotu Te Jaya Mangalam Jayanto Bodhi Amule Sakyananandi Vaddano
Evaṃ tuyyaṃ jayotu jayassu jaya mangalaṃ Sakatva buddha ratanaṃ osataṃ uttamaṃ varaṃ Hitam deva manussānaṃ buddha tejena sontina Santu paddavā sabbe dukkha upasamentu te Sakatva dhamma ratanaṃ osataṃ uttamaṃ varaṃ Parināvopasamanaṃ dhamma tejena sontina Nassantu paddavā sabbe vayā upasamentu te Sakkatva sangha ratanaṃ osataṃ uttamaṃ varaṃ Āhuneyaṃ vāhuneyaṃ sangha tejena sottina Nassantu paddavā sabbe rogā upasamentu te Yaṃ kiñci ratanaṃ loke vijjati vividhā putu Ratanaṃ buddha samannati tasmā sotti bhavantu te Yaṃ kiñci ratanaṃ loke vijjati vividhā putu Ratanaṃ dhamma samannati tasmā sotti bhavantu te Yaṃ kiñci ratanaṃ loke vijjati vividhā putu Ratanaṃ sangha samannati tasmā sotti bhavantu te Natti me saranaṃ aññaṃ buddho me saranaṃ varaṃ Etena sacca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalaṃ Natti me saranaṃ aññaṃ dhammo me saranaṃ varaṃ Etena sacca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalaṃ Natti me saranaṃ aññaṃ sangho me saranaṃ varaṃ Etena sacca vajjena hotu te jaya mangalaṃ Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabba rogo vinasatu Mate bhavantu antarayo sukhi dīgāyuko bhavatu sabba mangalaṃ rakkantu sabba devata sabba buddhānubhāvena sadā sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalaṃ rakkantu sabba devata sabba dhammānubhāvena sadā sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalaṃ rakkantu sabba devata sabba saṅghānubhāvena sadā sotti bhavantu te Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Venerables. With the chanting, the chanting session is going to be finished now. The last item, it is going to be the vote of thanks. It is going to be Mr. Dr. Nihal Veerasena, the representative of the Anagarika Dharmapal Trust. He is going to deliver his vote of thanks now. Then afterwards, there will be a reception. I would like to invite our excellencies and the other chief guest to come to the front room to have some tea.
Venerable members of the Mahasangha, distinguished invitees, Dayaka supporters, friends of the London Buddhist Vihara. We will be shortly concluding a full day's Vesak celebrations and the 2569th Buddha Jayanti. Today we have also commenced the Centenary celebrations of the London Buddhist Vihara. It is my humble duty to deliver the vote of thanks on behalf of the Anagarika Talpana Trust and the London Buddhist Vihara. First and foremost, I must thank the Venerable Mahasangha for their participation in today's program. Ajahn Dhammanando and monks from the Amravati Monastery, Dr. Mahalo and monks from the Buddha Tepa Vihara, Professor Sato and the monks from the Three Wheels Japanese Temple, Wenguan, the Buddhist Temple, Venerable Nagasi from the London Peace Pagoda, our head monk, Venerable Bogada Sila Vimala, and the resident monks of the London Buddhist Vihara. Our special appreciation goes to His Excellency Vikram Doraisamy, the High Commissioner of India, for sparing his valuable time to honor India's greatest son, Gautama the Buddha. We also thank the Acting High Commissioner for Sri Lanka, Manori Malakarachi, for her participation and her support for this event, and the members of the Diplomatic Corps from Thailand, Myanmar, and Nepal for their presence. We also appreciate Dr. Desmond Vidaf presence here. He is the chairman of the Buddhist Society and a very long-standing associate of the Vihara. We also thank the students of the London Buddhist Vihara Dhamma School for their rendition of the Jangmangala Gatha and the numerous volunteers who have tirelessly lent their support to make this event a success. A lot of effort goes in organizing these events, and many loyal supporters who have the interest of the Vihara have lent a helping hand. There are far too many to name individually, and I commend their teamwork. So let us pat ourselves in the back for a good job completed. In the coming days, several past pupils from Sri Lankan schools, Ananda College, Musaeus College, Devi Balika College, St. Paul's Balika College, Royal College St. Thomas's, Mahinda College, Richmond College, Girls High Schools, Kandy, Dharmapala College, Mahamaya College, London Buddhist Vihara Dharma School, past and present parents and students, Visakha Vidyalaya and D.S. Senanayaka College will be having a week-long religious ceremonies in the Vihara. We thank them for coming forward to organize these programs. We also thank those who observe SIL program today. Thank you all for coming. Good night and have a safe journey home. We hope to see most of you at our next program on Posan Poya and other programs throughout the centenary celebrations of the Vihara. Thank you.